Hi all, so today we're going to be reviewing Evaluation table saw R255 PTS. Bought this one 3 years ago while it was still in the COVID. Bought it in Screwfix. It was quite reasonable price. I was looking to get it at the DeWalt, but the problem was they didn't have the 10-inch one. If I'm right, they couldn't buy anywhere even the 8-inch, and I wanted 10-inch specifically for the cutting depths and etc. So if you don't want to watch the video till end and you just want to have a simple answer, should I buy this saw? I'd say yes, buy it if you can't afford anything else. You have other really good options: Metabo, DeWalt, Bosch, Makita. They all have job site saws, and then obviously the ranges go up and down. Up to the Festo, yeah, job site saw for, can't remember, was it $2,000? We'll do the test cuts. Yeah, we'll do. What do we have there? We have Baltic chipboard, Baltic birch plywood, MDF, moisture MDF, oak butcher block, and birch butcher block. I have another blade for this saw, 80 tooth. I forgot the 8 whatever. I'll put it up somewhere here. Yeah, the saw originally comes with a 24 teeth multi-material blade. You can cut soft metals, plastics, and obviously wood. Really, if it's for the job site, you can do everything with this blade. If you want to go into the MDFs, chipboards, and stuff like that, you need to have more teeth for to reduce the tear out. Okay, so chapter 3, we're going to go through the minuses and pluses. I think that I mentioned the first one is it is slightly underpowered, but as you will see, it is perfectly usable, and I build cabinets with it, and I build sort of furniture as well. But if you go, like I said, over 50 mil hardwoods, yeah, it will struggle around 50 mil depth. So the first one, I will read from the list, and then I will have like a zoom in issues because we're a little bit too far away to see intricate details on it. So the bad, the miter gauge, yeah, it comes with a miter gauge in the set. If you want to have your fingers, yeah, if you want to keep your fingers, I would suggest not to use it. Just get a proper one. It comes, good one. It comes with a sled, yeah. That is a really, really good option. So we locked everything in. I will have a separate shot zoomed in, but it all wobbles. The miter gauge wobbles about 1 degree, and the sled wobbles itself about 1 mil as well. That sled, it's been adjusted already, so you can work with the rails, unscrew the rails, try to push them out, dial them in. It is possible to do. Yeah, it is okay. It is nice to have it, but then the miter gauge, I would definitely not to use it. I would get a decent one. If you start to upgrade your saw, get a decent one, or build a sled, cross-cutting sled. It comes with this attachment as well, which you definitely need to use. This is not a video how to use a saw, I'm just telling you. So you need to attach to the fence, and when you go into the blade, material doesn't touch the fence, it releases, so it can't twist sideways and you can't have a back kick. Okay, so the blade was not square. I will show you how to adjust it. There's 4 screws from the bottom, and you can try to dial it in, but that should come perfect from the factory. Next one, the blade adjustability to 45 degrees tilt. Yeah, for a workshop, I think it lacks precision. So you will have a zoomed in shot from this as well. So you release it, and then you can just tilt the saw. Yeah, you have a small gauge here with the degrees, and then if you push in this knob, it basically have a rack and pinion. But that rack and pinion is only at this end, and the other end wobbles around. So when you lock it in at a 45 degrees, yeah, that's your lock. Lock it in 45 degrees, it locks in only at one end. The back is not locked in. So it locks at the front and it doesn't lock at the back. So, and what happens when you push the material at a 45 degree into the blade, it wants to push it towards the one side so it can kick the back out of the blade. Like this. But the thing is, if you don't force your material into the side, it works perfectly fine. I will make some 45 degree cuts and I'll show you that it actually is 45 degree. Yeah, I had a bowed fence, but the bolt came in brand new saw. The fence was bowed. I straightened it out. It's putting it obviously between two boards and stepping on it, and I managed to straighten it out quite well. So plastic frame. So all the frame is plastic. All the saws now it comes at the moment in plastics. But the thing is, all the DeWalts and stuff like that, they have a metal frame around it, which is quite sturdy. This twists and wobbles. It comes with a rolling stand, which is a plus, but in a minus, it's really bulky. If you're using it in a workshop, let's say it lives somewhere in the corner, roll it out, lock it up on a stand, use it for a little bit, fold it back, roll it back in, perfectly fine. And if you need to take it to the job site, throw it in a van, roll it out in a van. It is easy to use, it's really nice, but it's bulky. Next, hard start. It's just not nice to use. It is quite noisy and it have a hard start. There is a possibility to connect the slow start module to it, but I'm not going to show you how to do it. If you want, do it yourself. Google. There are videos out there how you can make a slow start module to it. Dust extraction is garbage. So when I use it always, it's connected to the shop vac, but I don't use it with a top fence, with a top guard. Yeah. If I would work in an MDF, I wouldn't need to see what I cut and stuff like that. Yeah. I would put this on, and it connects to the back, to the dust extraction system. But even with all that, if you're cutting an MDF, you need to wear a mask 100%. First cut, and all your workshop's going to be full in dust. So you will be able to see the dust extraction is quite bad on it. Riving knife, when it came, the riving knife was not in the middle. Again, I will show you how to adjust it. The fence itself as well. DeWalt fence comes with a rack and pinion, which is really good option. And so when you have a rack and pinion, like adjusting a 45 degree, it have it on both sides, so the fence walks along all the time square. Next, the arbor size for the blade. I found it non-standard for me where I live. Mark on a fence, so you need to dial that in. So my arrow is slightly twisted sideways. I'll just unscrew the screw, twist it slightly sideways, tighten it in, but it was a 1/2 mil out. Obviously it's going to vary as well when you change the blade. So if you're putting a thicker blade on, this extends this way, and the distance from the fence changes. Okay? So if you're using 3 mil, whatever blade, it will change that 1/2 mil for you. Push stick. It comes with a push stick, but I think this push stick have been put in just for legal reasons, in case you lose your fingers. Just don't use it. I don't know. If you don't have anything else, use it. But there are other much safer options how to do it, how to cut it. The saw doesn't come with a zero clearance insert. This insert is made with a wide one, so you can tilt the blade to 45 degrees. If you know what you do and you work with it, small, intricate, tiny details, you're cutting small strips, I would suggest you get one. Chapter 4. Good things. I think I went through most of them already. The distance from the blades, the price. It will get you going. Fairly lightweight. It's 28 kilos, I think, and I carry it around without rolling stand, without any problems. You can cut multi-material, yeah, and it comes. If I would have bought a saw for $2,000, or I would be a little bit afraid to cut aluminum. If I need to cut a checker plate, I can easily cut a checker plate on this saw. I'm not gonna show it to you. I don't want to ruin my blade, although it doesn't really ruin blade, but still. Yeah, and it comes with a rolling stand. So that would be the good things. Okay, so chapter 5 to show. I will show you how to solve the issues that the saw have. So the first one is adjust the riving blade, riving knife, yeah. So that's this bit at the back. Always have it. There's only a few reasons why you wouldn't have it, and if you start to use the dado stacks and stuff like that, you know what you do. But for everyday use, any normal straight cut, always have the riving blade. Okay. So like I said, there will be zoomed in shots specifically, and there is one screw here at the back. So my knife came bowed from the factory, so I had to straighten it out, and when I was tightening the screw, it pulled it into the middle. Okay. So the next, adjust the blade to the table, square to the table. So that's these 4 screws here, yeah. You can release them, and there is a tiny micro adjustability on it. So and that will make it square to that. Okay, so yeah, the next issue, like the fence bolt, you can try to straighten it out yourself. So I'm not gonna show you because mine's straight already. Okay, so the next is the fence wasn't square to the table. I'll show you how to solve that. So there's two of these screws at the top. You can just undo the fence, yeah, unscrew the screws, and it gives you a tiny adjustability. You can see that. Obviously that didn't come square from factory. So how you would do it, just put a fence, make sure everything's clear, yeah, nice and clean. So put a fence on against this line, yeah, against this groove here. Press the plastic square against the worktop, and then align the fence itself. Then push it down slightly. No, yeah. And then tighten this down, and then tighten these screws. Okay, so the next time, you remove the fence, put it on, yeah. When you put it on a mark, always push it forward and lock it in. Push this forward and lock it down. And let's check how close we are. So this is 41.5. And that's exactly the same. But if I go farther out, I would still always measure. I would still take a quick measurement, just to be sure. Next bit was, putting a tape on this side and making a dead mark when you measure this in square, yeah. So let me release that. You can see that this wobbles around. So if you're gonna put this one on a 0, it doesn't mean that this side is on a 0. So make a dead mark, and you can actually glue the ruler on this side. So what else goes? Cuts. I think we'll keep the camera the same way. I will screw the table, I'll flip it around, I'll screw the table down, and we'll do the few test cuts. So the final cut I will do will be the maximum depth lengthwise inside the wood like that. Okay, I will switch the vacuum off so you can pay attention to the noise the saw makes. So we'll do the quick review on these cuts, and then we'll swap the blade over. So that's the quality of the cut. Can I get light over here? Yeah. I'll try to find a better angle. You can see there are rough blade marks, yeah? This will take a lot of work and time to get out. But the blade deflects, it vibrates, and you can see them there, yeah? And that's the best way how to capture it. Lengthwise, yeah, it's pretty much, it is better. It is better. The saw doesn't struggle that much. Squareness, yeah, squareness is acceptable. As you saw me cutting the 45 degree, yeah? And as I said, if you're pushing it in, if you're forcing your saw over the limits, it will start to deflect the blade at the back. Like it will deflect the blade. And the cut might not come out straight, but this is fairly good. I would say okay with this one. Yeah. I know this saw is not made for it, and I was pushing it. And yeah, so let me get that better angle for you. You can see the roughness of the cut. Yeah, it's quite rough. You'll have to work with it, but you can get it done. So, is it 45 degree? So, like I said, I don't like the wonkiness of the 45 degree adjustability. But you can see it is perfectly 45. So, I will push 1 mil over, yeah? So that, and it's perfectly 45 degrees. Okay, we'll change the blade over, switcheroo, and we shall test the other cut. This is actually the right way how to open the insert. You have a round insert, and this is with this key, with this side. That's how it's meant to be used, actually. Okay, so I'll show you the cuts now. Obviously, they're all going to be square and stuff like that, but Jesus Christ, come on, work with me. The quality of the cut. If I could get more light on it, maybe it's going to be better. Yeah, you can see. Chipboard, melamine covered chipboard, yeah? So you can see the edges. The way, how can I show you? See? There is zero tear out. And it's super sharp. Like, top and bottom, yeah? Super sharp, zero tear out at all. So basically you can that's for cabinet making. It's really good. 80 teeth. ATBF. Can't remember. It's somewhere over there or somewhere over there. Same, obviously same on the plywood, yeah? If that zooming thing shows you something, yeah? Yeah. So you saw me, I stopped in pushing. Left the burn mark, but that's my mistake. I never stop on the pushing. You have to make the stand so you can push through with one smooth motion. If you're going to stop it, it's going to leave a burn. And then just a normal MDF, yeah, which was scrapped from something else. Same story. It's a perfectly good cut, so you can build stuff with it. What would I buy? If I would have same amount of money, I would buy the Big Brother, because when I bought this saw was 360, I think. Now it's dropped down to 306, and the Big Brother is 360. And I think with that power, it would be fairly okay. So that's that, guys. Thanks for watching, all 6 of you. If you have any questions, please ask. I don't have any comments on my videos, so I'll answer to all the comments always. Okay, thank you, guys.